Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be breaking down the MLB slate for Saturday, April 22nd. We've got a 9-game main slate on for this Saturday. We do have some early games, but those aren't a part of the main slate. So we're just going to be focusing on the 9-game main slate. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so looking at pitcher today, there are really only 3 pitchers that I like. First off, I really like Carlos Carrasco today. I definitely think he is a top pitcher today. I don't really like his price tag at $10,900, but there aren't really many other options that I like, so I'm definitely going to be locking him in. He does get a really good matchup against the White Sox. They're not a good hitting team. These teams just played April 11th, and Carrasco had 25 DraftKings points. He pitched 7 innings, only allowed 1 run, had 7 strikeouts, so he did do well earlier against them this year. I definitely think he's going to be able to repeat that stat line. I really like Carrasco today. He's the top pitcher in my opinion, especially if you're going to play cash on this slate. Carrasco, lock him in. I think he's the safest option, and he does have good upside as well. The White Sox will strike out a lot, and Carrasco does have pretty good K upside, so I like him. He's definitely the top pitcher. And then SP2s that I like today, I do like Robbie Ray pitching at home against the Dodgers. I don't like this matchup at home. Chase Field is a good hitter's park, but the Dodgers really struggled to hit lefties. Robbie Ray did very well against them in their last time out. On April 17th, he had 27 DraftKings points against the Dodgers. He pitched 6 innings, only allowed 1 run, and had 10 strikeouts. Robbie Ray's had 24 strikeouts this year in over 3 games, so he's averaging 8 strikeouts per game. So he is a great tournament play. He does have that good upside that you want. He's looked really good this year. In his 3 games out, he's put up 15, 29, and 27 DraftKings points. So I really like Robbie Ray today. He's probably going to definitely be my SP2. 8,600 just seems way too cheap for me. He should definitely be over 9K, maybe even close to 10K. So I really like Robbie Ray. He's probably going to be the SP2 that I look at. But there is one more SP2 that I like today, and that's Jerad Eickhoff pitching at home against the Braves. The Braves are going to be getting a park downgrade, going to Philadelphia. That park is not nearly as good as the Braves park is. So I do like Eickhoff, and playing at home as well, that's always a plus. So I do like Eickhoff today. The Braves, they don't hit righties that well. They do have some lefty power. Freddie Freeman would probably be the only guy I worry about, but if Eickhoff can get through him, he should definitely be able to go through this lineup pretty well. He's looked pretty solid throughout this year. In his 3 games, he's put up 19, 23, and 12 DraftKings points. He's had 18 strikeouts in those 3 games, so he's averaging about 6 strikeouts per game, which is solid. And he's only got a 2.75 ERA, which is also solid. So I do like Eickhoff today. Although the Braves don't really strike out a lot, they definitely are not going to be able to score very many runs. So I like Eickhoff. I think he's pretty safe. I think he's likely he's able to get a win as well. The Braves are going to be throwing out Jaime Garcia. And I definitely think the Phillies are going to be able to get some runs put up on Garcia. He is not a good pitcher. So I do like Eickhoff to get a win, which is always good on DraftKings. Get you those 4 extra bonus points. So I do like Eickhoff for SP2. I would play him at 8,300. And yeah, those are pretty much the only 3 pitchers I like today. I'm definitely going to be paying up for Carrasco. He's the top option. And then it's going to be, for SP2, I'm going to have to decide between Robbie Ray or Eickhoff. I'm probably going to lean Robbie Ray. He's only 300 more, and I definitely like him better. I think he has way more upside, but I also do like Eickhoff. If he is way cheaper on other sites, then I would definitely play him. But on DraftKings, I would much rather have Robbie Ray for just 300 more. But yeah, that's pretty much it for pitcher. Let's go and move on to catcher. All right, so looking at catcher today, I've always said this before. Catcher is always a position that I like to go for value. But there is one guy you can definitely pay up for, and that's Buster Posey today, playing in Coors Field. He is pretty cheap as well, just $4,500. Yesterday his price was over $5K, so you are getting a really good discount on him. And you know, playing in Coors Field, that is the best hitter's park. So I really like Buster Posey. If you can fit him in, he is definitely worth a look. Even at $4,500, I like that price tag, so I do like him. The Rockies aren't going to be throwing out a good pitcher, so the Giants should be able to put up some runs. So I like paying up for Posey if you can. But looking at value, I do like JT Realmuto today, going up against Jared Weaver. Realmuto just seems way too cheap today, just $3,500 for this matchup. I know he's been struggling lately, but I definitely think he's going to be able to bounce back today. Jared Weaver is a terrible pitcher, so I really like JT Realmuto for value. He's hit the ball pretty well this year. He's batting .354, and he's already had 2 home runs, so he has been showing off his power. I don't really like this park. Petco Park is a great pitcher's park, but I still like Realmuto, especially since he's going to be going up against Jared Weaver. Weaver is a terrible pitcher, so I like Realmuto for value. A couple more value plays I like. I really like Cameron Rupp today, going up against Jaime Garcia. Rupp crushes lefties, and the Braves are going to be throwing out a lefty today in Garcia. Garcia is also not a very good pitcher. He has not looked good this year. I definitely think the Phillies are going to be able to put up some runs, so I really like Cameron Rupp today. I think he has a great chance to go deep. He hasn't hit the ball that well this year. He's only batting .167, but In this matchup, I think he has a ton of upside. I think he has a great chance to go deep, like I said. And he's been hitting the ball well in his last 4 games. He's put up 9, 7, 8, and 7 DraftKings points, so he has been really consistent. So I do like Cameron Rupp today. If you're looking for catcher value, I would definitely target him at just 3,100. And yeah, those are some catchers I like today. Let's go and move on to first base. All right, so looking at first base today, I definitely think this is going to be a position where I pay up. I really like Freddie Freeman today. If I don't play Eichhoff, then I'm definitely going to be playing Freeman. He's going to get a great matchup going up against the righty. Freddie Freeman hits righties very well, and he's just been absolutely mashing the ball this year. He's batting .407, and he's already had 6 home runs. And in his last 4 games, he's been hitting well. He's got 40, 10, 23. Had a down game against Washington and put up 0. But before that, he was hitting the ball very well. Had double digits in 3 straight games. So I really like Freddie Freeman today. I definitely think he's going to be able to get to Eichhoff, possibly go deep. So I really like Freddie Freeman. If you're going to pay up for first base, I like him at just 4,600. That does seem a little bit too cheap. Looking at some other guys I think you would pay up for, I really like Edwin Encarnacion today. DraftKings currently has the projected starter as James Shields, but Fantasy Labs has the projected starter listed as Mike Pelfrey, so Pelfrey is going to be on the mound. It's not going to be James Shields, but Pelfrey is just as bad a pitcher as Shields is. Both of them are not very good, so I really like the Indians, especially if you're going to stack them today. They should be able to put up some runs. And I love Encarnacion at just 4,400. Even though he's going to be going up against the righty, he can still do well against Pelfrey. Pelfrey is a terrible pitcher, and Encarnacion's been pretty consistent lately. In his last 4 games, he's put up 8, 5, 24, and 7 DraftKings points. So I do like him. I think he has a great chance to go deep against Pelf. Pelf gives up a ton of home runs. Encarnacion is a great power hitter, so I really like him. I also like his teammate as well as Carlos Santana for 100 less. Santana should also do very well against Shields. And he's going to be batting from his left side, which he does bat a lot better from. So I do like Carlos Santana as well if you're going to attack that price range. For 200 less, Eric Thames against Lance Lynn. I know Lance Lynn has been looking really good this year, but Thames has also been looking very well. He's been hitting like one of the best hitters in the league. He's batting .415 this year, and he's already had 8 home runs. And in his last 4 games, he's put up 26, 17, 8, and 21 DraftKings points. So I do like Eric Thames if you're looking for a little bit of value. 4,100 does seem too cheap for him. He should definitely be close to 5K with the way he's been mashing the ball this year. So I like Eric Thames. And then there is a cheaper guy that I like today, just 3,800, and that's Tommy Joseph going up against Jaime Garcia. Garcia really struggles against righties, so I like Joseph today, getting the platoon advantage against the lefty. He has been a little inconsistent lately. In his last 4 games, he's only put up 5, 7, 0. Had a great game against the Mets, put up 15 DraftKings points. I definitely think he could have a great chance to go deep today. Like I said earlier with Cameron Rupp, I like the Phillies as a stack. I think they're going to be able to put up some runs. Tommy Joseph should be able to get to Garcia, possibly go deep. So I like him for value at just 3,800. That price tag does seem a little bit too cheap. And yeah, those are some first basemen that I like today. Let's go ahead and move on to second base. All right, so looking at second base today, I don't think I'm going to be paying up to the top today. I like this mid-range. I like this duo of Jason Kipnis and Jose Ramirez. Like I've already mentioned, I really like the Indians today. I think they're going to be able to put up some runs against Pelfrey. Kipnis did make his debut yesterday, so he should be playing today. And I love him against Pelfrey, getting the platoon advantage against the righty. Like I already said, the Indians should be able to put up some runs. Kipnis is pretty cheap for just 4,200. I know Kipnis is coming off an injury, but he did play yesterday, so he should have shaken off the rust then. So I like Kipnis at just 4,200. Like I already said, I think the Indians are going to be able to put up some runs. And also like his teammate for 300 less and Jose Ramirez. Also really like Ramirez today, especially since he's going to be batting from his left side. He does bat a lot better from his left side. And he's been absolutely mashing the ball this year. He's batting .345 with 4 home runs. And in his last 4 games, he's put up 9, 6, 21, and 13 DraftKings points. Ramirez just seems way too cheap today at 3,900. I definitely think he has a great chance to go deep against Pelf. Pelf gives up a ton of home runs. Ramirez is a pretty solid power hitter, so I like him. Just 3,900, that is pretty good value. He should be a lot more expensive than that. And there is one more cheaper value play that I like, and that is Cesar Hernandez at just 3,300, going up against Jaime Garcia. Hernandez doesn't bat as good from his right side, and he's going to be batting from his right side today, but I still like him at just 3,300. He's been really consistent lately. In his last 4 games, he's put up 29, 11, 5, and 2 DraftKings points, so I do like him for value at just 3,300. He does have pretty good upside. He does have a little bit of power, and he also has pretty good speed as well. He's already had 3 home runs this year, so he has been showing off his power, and he's also got 3 stolen bases, so he's showing off his speed as well. So I do like Cesar Hernandez for second base value. 3,300 just seems way too cheap for him. And yeah, those are some second basemen I like today. Let's go ahead and move on to third base. Alright, so looking at third base today, there are a lot of good value plays that I like at third base, but there is one guy that you can definitely pay up for, and that's Nolan ARENADO. He's going to be playing at home in Coors, great hitters park. I know ARENADO is very expensive at $5,100, but he is definitely worth that price tag. He's going to be going up against Matt Moore, so ARENADO is going to be getting a platoon advantage and playing in Coors, best hitters park in the game. And ARENADO has actually been mashing the ball lately. In his last 4 games, he's put up 22, 14, 35, and 10 DraftKings points. And all of those games were played away from Coors Field. So I do like ARENADO. He's batting .356 this year. He's already got 6 home runs. He's one of the best hitters in the league. There's not much I need to say. He's a great play if you can fit him in. $5,100 is very expensive, but he is worth that price tag. And then looking for value, I do like Jake Lamb today going up against Kenta Maeda. Lamb does bat a lot better against righties, and he's going to be going up against the righty today. And I also really like that he's going to be playing at home in Chase Field, great hitters park. So I do like Jake Lamb. He's been hitting the ball pretty well. In his last 4 games, he's put up 16, 9, 3, and 3 DraftKings points. He's batting .300 this year. He's already had 3 home runs. So I do like Jake Lamb. If you're looking for value, you can target him at just $3,900. I also really like Travis Shaw today at just $3,600, going up against Lance Lynn. I know Lance Lynn is a really solid pitcher, but Travis Shaw, he's just been absolutely mashing the ball this year. In his last 4 games, he's put up 0, 35, 16, and 21 DraftKings points. He's been showing off his power. He's already got 5 home runs this year, and I love that he's going to be playing at home today in Miller Park, which is a great hitter's park. I definitely think Shaw has a chance to go deep. So if you're looking for third base value, I would target him at just $3,600. And yeah, those are some third basemen I like today. Let's go ahead and move on to shortstop. All right, looking at shortstop today, I think this is going to be a position where I attack the mid-range. There aren't many dirt cheap value plays that I like here. I really like this mid-range, these 4K players, this trio of Brandon Crawford, Trevor Story, and Francisco Lindor. All 3 of these guys are going to be on my radar at shortstop. First off, starting off with Brandon Crawford, I really like that he's going to be playing in Coors today. You're getting a good discount on him at $4,300. That is way too cheap since he's going to be playing in Coors. He's also going to be going up against the righty, so he's going to be getting the platoon advantage. He hits righties very well. So I really like Brandon Crawford for shortstop. If you're attacking the mid-range, I like him at just $4,300. He is definitely way too cheap. Also really like Trevor Story at that same price tag. Trevor Story also seems way too cheap. He hadn't been hitting the ball very well this year. He's only batting .135 with 2 home runs. But as I'm recording this video, he just hit a grand slam, so maybe that'll get him going. So I do like Trevor Story. He's going to be going up against the lefty and Matt Moore. So Story's going to be getting the platoon advantage. Playing in Coors, great hitters park. I've already said that. This game should be pretty high scoring. A lot of runs should be scored. You're going to have 2 bad pitchers going, so you're going to want to get some exposure to this game. So I do like Trevor Story. He should definitely be close to 5K, so you are getting a good discount on him at just $4,300. And then another play I like at that price range is Francisco Lindor going up against Pelf. I like that Lindor is going to be playing from his left side today. He does bat a lot better from his left. He also seems way too cheap at $4,100. He's been hitting the ball very well. He should definitely be a lot more expensive than that. In his last 4 games, he's put up 6, 7, 17, and 2 DraftKings points. His price in his last 4 games has been 44, 42, 47, and 4,500. So you're getting a little discount on him today at 4,100. So I really like Francisco Lindor. If you're tagging the mid-range at shortstop, I would also target him. Like I already said, I definitely think the Indians are going to be able to put up some runs. So you're going to want to get us some exposure to that offense. And yeah, those are some shortstops I like today. Let's go and move on to outfield. All right, if you're looking for some outfielders to pay up for today, I love Mike Trout today, even at $5,200. He's going to be going up against Jason Lawrence, and Lawrence is a terrible pitcher. Lawrence has over a 13 ERA this year, so he has been getting rocked lately. I definitely think the Angels are going to be able to put up some runs on Lawrence, so I love Mike Trout. Even at $5,200, he is worth that price tag. There's not much I can say about this guy. He's the best hitter in the league. He's batting .317 this year. He's already had 4 home runs. And in his last 4 games, he's put up 13, 11, 6, and 14 DraftKings points. I think Trout's pretty much a lock for double digits tonight. So I love him. If you can afford him, $5,200, he is worth that price tag. But looking at some guys at the 4K price range that I like, really like Carlos Santana today. I already mentioned him at first base. You can also play him at outfield. So I definitely think you can target him. I also really like Christian Yelich today, going up against Jared Weaver. I don't really like that the Marlins are going to be playing in Petco. That is a great pitcher's park, but I still do think you can target Yelich at just $4,200. He's actually been hitting the ball really well lately. In his last 4 games, he's put up 7, 17, 10, and 24 DraftKings points. He's going to be getting a great matchup today against Jared Weaver. He's going to be getting the platoon advantage against Weaver. So I do like Christian Yelich at just $4,200. That price tag does seem a little bit too cheap for him. So if you're going to attack the 4K price range outfield, I would put him on my radar. And then if you're looking for outfield value, I do like Nomar Mazara today, going up against Ian Kennedy. Kennedy is not that great of a pitcher, and I really like that MAZARA is going to be playing at home today in Texas, which is a great hitter's park. He's also going to be getting the platoon advantage against the righty, so I do like NOMAR MAZARA if you need outfield value. He should do very well today against Kennedy. Kennedy, not a great pitcher, and MAZARA is going to be getting the platoon advantage. He does hit righties really well, so if you need outfield value, I would target him at just 3,800. And there is one dirt cheap value play that I like today at 3,200, and that is Lonnie Chisenhall going up against Pelf. I know I've been mentioning a bunch of Indians today, but I definitely think they're a great stack if you can fit a bunch of them in. A lot of the Indians just seem too cheap, and they're going to be getting a great matchup, so I like Lonnie Chisenhall as well today at just 3,200. That price tag is way too cheap. In his last 4 games, he's put up 0, 3, 5, and 11 DraftKings points. He's batting .333 this year, which is pretty solid. And he's also going to be going up against the righty today, so he's going to be getting the platoon advantage. So I do like Lonnie Chisenhall. If you need outfield value, I would target him at just 3,200. That price tag does seem a little bit too cheap. And yeah, there's some outfielders I like today. Go ahead and give you guys my top 5 plays for tonight. Alright guys, so this half of a lineup filled out with one of the pitchers that I like for tonight, along with some hitters that I like. If you want to get the other half of my lineup, then you can follow me on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT. Even if you don't want to buy lineups, I still will be posting on Twitter how my lineups do. Even if I win or lose, I'm going to show you guys my full lineup. So you can follow me on Twitter if you are interested in seeing those. And if you want to buy lineups, then you can contact me on Twitter as well. The lineups are $5 for a day, or you can get a week of lineups for $25. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you never want to miss out on any videos, then please be sure to click the bell icon next to my YouTube name. That'll send you notifications every time I upload. So if you never want to miss out on any videos, please be sure to do that. I would appreciate it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Good luck tonight, guys. Peace.